true focus lies somewhere between rage and serenity. True focus lies between rage and serenity. Roll the intro. What up, people? And you're watching the Nightspyder Collector. I'm Mr.Nightspyder, and today we're doing a Marvel Select action figure review. I got this guy actually back during my birthday in September, so I've had this guy on the shelf for a while. So today we're going to open him up, take a look at him, and see all the good stuff. But first, let's take a look at the packaging. We have an M here for Magneto, or Magnus, depending on how you feel about that, I guess. You have Marvel Select, Magneto, Special Collector's Edition action figure. And on the side here, you have some comic illustration of Magneto. This actually looks a little bit different than what I'm seeing on the chest, but whatever. On the back, you have some information on there about him. Let's see if I can get that in so you can, if you guys want to pause it. Let me get my finger out of the way. If you want to pause it and read about it, you can. And then you have Magneto, and then you have Cyclops and Deadpool, and then it looks like they have an unmasked variant. This picture looks really cool of him. I think that's awesome. That's very comic accurate. But without further ado, let's crack this guy open and get into the good stuff. Be right back. All right, and here we have Magneto out of the packaging. I gotta say, this figure is really sick. I love it. Shout out to my brother-in-law Samir for getting me this on my birthday. It took me a while to get around to it, but man, this figure is sick. So let's look at the base first. See if he can stand on his own. Come on, stand on your own. Stand on your own. Stand on your own. Okay, standing on. Now, the one thing I love about these Marvel Selects is that you always get, well, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a base of some kind or accessory. And the cool thing about that is you can use it for your Marvel Legends. You can use it if you have other figures. And in this case, you have the Xavier Institute destroyed, or a piece of it destroyed. And you have like Colossus's hand sticking out of here, which is kind of ironic because he ends up joining the Brotherhood of Mutants. But they put a lot of effort into it. You can see that there's paint, which represents the gravel. You have some, obviously some painted bricks. You have paint on the side. They even took time to paint the wires. And this even this metal finish on here. This metal brushing is it's look at that. You're getting light reflecting off it as I'm getting a light source on it, which is amazing. And then you have the piping, and then you have more piping here, more bricks painted well. Even the backside of it is painted. You could actually utilize that for a different, a photo setup, a different figure. Just put it backwards, and then you have a different prop, depending on the angle you take the photo. But shout out to Marvel Select for always just having top-notch quality on their accessories. That's just awesome. Now let's get to the figure. So here we have it. Let's see if we get let's clear that up a little bit. Whoop. There we go. So here we have Magnus. Now, the helmet does not come off. And I'm pretty sure that this portion, this top little thing, is usually painted as well. I'm pretty sure that's usually a purple color. This usually is painted. Even the image on the package. So they didn't paint that, but they did paint around it, which is cool. The face is okay. Now he kind of looks like, look, he's supposed to be a much older man, and he's super yoked, which that's usually how comics are. But his face looks very, somebody get my wheelchair. But anyway, you have 360 degrees on that. He doesn't really tilt much. You got a slight tilt, slight wobbly there, but I think you can work it enough to get some good poses out of this guy. The body molding and sculpting is just, he's really yoked for an old guy, but it still looks really good. It's really legit. Even the painting on there, the paint that they have on the purple paint, and then looks like they missed a little bit here. That they missed this black over there where you can see where they kind of missed, but it works. You can always say it's battle damage or battle worn. That's fine. The arms itself, They would go 360 degrees all the way around, but you have the cape kind of hindering that. But, I'm not too mad at that because I think the cape, the material, and how it looks, and the tone, I'm really stoked on it. I think it's really cool. But you do have 360 degree rotation if it wasn't there, and you have a hinge on there. The thing with Marvel Selects, you usually get a single hinge on the elbow, and then you have a hinge on the wrist, and then you have 360 degrees on the wrist. I don't know if the newer ones are going double hinged yet on the elbows, but it's still nothing to be mad at. And once again, you have the paint work through the arm, on the hand. Actually, it looks like, yeah, the hand might be a slightly different tone than what you see here, but that's not a big deal breaker for me. This 360 degrees on the waist. This is painted. I like the tones they use. It's like they still managed to be comic accurate with having some nice dark tones on here. I think it's just really cool, very well done. You have like this. It's not like a Marvel Legends. You have a Marvel Legend. I'm sorry. You have an unusual, like a different type of ball joint here. I don't know what they would call these. You have a hinge, but then it's attached to a ball here. Right? But you have upper thigh rotation. You have double jointed on the knee. That's cool. That's good. But I just can't see how far you can get it because the cape's in the way. But you do double jointed. Doesn't kick out far. Doesn't kick back far. So it's not. You don't have a great range of motion there. Let's see. The ankle rotation on the ankle, 360 degrees, and it hinged, but it does not have a pivot. But usually how these work is you're paying for the paint detail and you're paying for the sculpt. These aren't usually the ones that's going to be the most articulated. And they usually come with a base. As you saw when I first started, you throw them on the base. Okay, that's not a good pose. Let's get him looking a little bit better here. There you go. Now he's like, mwah. Now we could do better. Okay, let's get him there. Oh my God, I'm horrible at this right now. Get the blackbird. But yeah, I'm really juiced to have this guy in my collection. I'm definitely going to do some fun photos with this guy. I got to make some time for that. But thank you guys for watching. Tell me your thoughts on this Marvel Select Magneto. If you have him, what do you like? What you don't like? Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe. And this is Nightspyder Collector signing out. Thank you for watching. Peace.